Tensions are rising in Pampoenkraal. This comes, of course, after the men accused of killing brothers Mgcini and Zenzele Coka at a farm in Mpumalanga were granted bail. Govan Whittles is there, and let's go to him live. Govan, we're watching your visuals live. We see police lined up. Take us through what's happening.
Yeah, just a few moments ago, the police actually threw 2 stun grenades, Shahan, trying to disperse this crowd of people here. You'd see the young girls in the picture are the daughters of Mgcini Coka. They were actually at the household when we visited yesterday, and they've come here along with many of the other farm workers at the Pampoenkraal farm. They're not here, well, they are here to protest the release of the farmers on bail, but many of them here are here to collect their paychecks for April because they took part in the harvest. Many of them were also here on the day when that confrontation happened. And they arrived here, most of them, waiting for Mr. Potgieter, who was, of course, one of the accused, granted 10,000 rand bail, hoping that they would get their salaries. And while they were doing that, they blocked off the gate where I'm standing right now, and they put a lot of rocks at this general area here, and that blocked the trucks which were being loaded up with the grain that they harvested from leaving the area. And so the owners of Pampoenkraal decided to call these public order policing. They arrived here with a water cannon as well as about 20 members, and they formed this barricade in front of the fence or the gate of Pampoenkraal, and the workers and the protesters were still refusing to allow the trucks to leave, and in fact warning the driver that they would essentially beat him up if he didn't go back. And because of that, the police then threw the stun grenades that managed to disperse the people enough so that the trucks carrying the grain could leave the farm. And immediately after that, this confrontation between the workers, the protesters and the police then started. Many of them obviously arguing that they have a right to be here because they're expecting their payment, but others, as you can see, are starting to get onto a bakkie and it looks like they plan to leave in a short while. But it is still tense at this moment. We did hear the police saying that they would make an arrest if these people do not move away from here. But it seems after the stun grenade has been thrown, things are starting to get to relative calm. Although it's difficult to say at this point, Shahan. At one moment it looks like everyone is going to leave, then the next moment everyone rushes up to the gate again. It does appear that the public order police will remain here, at least until everyone is left.
Yeah, and Govan, I know earlier we spoke, you were saying to me that the Coka family is actually fearing for their safety because these 5 suspects have been released. So police would have other people to worry about in this story.
Yeah, indeed, and some of those members of the Coka family are among these protesters here. You see, they're leaving right now. Actually, many of the Coka family members are leaving right now, and they've come here to confront the police, asking them why they let the farmers out on bail when they had raised their concerns about their safety. But after they threw the stun grenades, there was also a lot of angry confrontation, saying that they're throwing the stun grenades at them, and yet they don't respond, the Coka family claims, when the farmers are assaulting them on a regular basis. That has been the dominant claim that's been made, not only by the Coka family, but a number of other families that are living on this Pampoenkraal area. And they say that things have turned sour between themselves as workers and the farmers ever since at least 14 cattle belonging to the Coka family as well as the Tlatswayo family were poisoned in last year, and they actually blame the farmers for that. So there is the relationship between the farmers and the farm workers has broken down. It seems irreparably, Shahan, because the farmers have now started harvesting or processing, getting the harvest into the trucks themselves, because the workers in this area refuse to report for duty at this Pampoenkraal. And the farmers, as we saw earlier, very unhappy with any worker who does report for duty here, going as far as banging on the door of the truck which was being driven by one of the workers who did report for duty.